fam? What up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new AskJT. Brand new. Fucking kill me. We're back from the wedding. Your boy's a husband. Your boy's husbanded up. Wife's over here. She's doing her edit. Make sure you're following Mrs. Suits. She has some awesome behind-the-scenes vlogs of our vacation. As always, guys, we're back here on the couch. We're back here on the casting couch. The brand new couch. AskJT number 27. If you guys want to see your question featured in the next AskJT, just leave your question with hashtag AskJT. I'm not used to seeing this. It's so, the ball and chain. Ow! If you guys want to send something in, I do have a P.O. box. It will be in the description below. First question from my boy Evan. What up, JT? How do you feel about people lying at Meps in regards to little things such as childhood asthma? So I get this question a lot about lying to recruiters, lying at Meps. I don't want to hold myself obviously to anything liable. You know, I'm not going to be like, you can lie, you know, about this, and then you're fucking get in trouble and you're like, motherfucking JT told me I can lie. And then I'm sitting here with my thumb up my booty like, damn, screwed.
Crentist.
Your dentist's name is Crentist. Huh. Sounds a lot like dentist.
I'm just gonna give you guys a blanket kind of generalization. So a lot of people worry about lying to Meps. The recruiters are like, oh my god, I had asthma when I was a kid. Like your example, do I tell them that I'm completely fine? Where you're gonna get fucked is if you do have asthma. Say I'm 18-year-old JTsuits and I have asthma, but I've never had asthma. Let's just say I had asthma and I still have it, and I try to join the Navy, and I tell them I don't have asthma, and then I have an asthma attack in boot camp. That's gonna look a little fishy. And then they go back and they see that you had asthma and you lied, then that's when you're gonna get fucking in trouble. That's when like the serious shit goes down, man. Now let's say your boy had a fucking scar, whatever, on my leg from a surgery when I was a little tyke. I don't even remember. But I go into Meps and I'm like, oh, I just cut it on a bicycle or something. You know, what the fuck? Like those are the little things that you're probably gonna be fine, man. You don't need to remember every single fucking surgery, every single little nick and knack. It's just those big things that you're really gonna get if you get caught lying. I married someone that doesn't know Lilo and Stitch. Can't even say it right. Next question from Connor. I've been told the Wi-Fi is extremely limited on the ship. You ain't got Wi-Fi. I don't know where you heard that, unless you're the skipper. But I've seen you mention a few times people would stay on the ship and play video games. Alright, so I have heard of like the really smart people, like the ITs, like some people that are in control of the networking.
Nerd. That is why you're not on the team.
Just trying to be helpful.
I'll help. Elven Dragon Slayer. 10-point power sword.
That's him.
They created their own like World of Warcraft network, and they were playing with each other on the ship somehow. I don't fucking know how. But playing games on their computers, when I said that, I was like, if you pull into port, and you don't want to go, if you just want to stay, you know, on the ship the whole time, or you don't want to go explore, in a lot of ports, right off of the ship, there's a place where they'll have like internet and like food and stuff, and you can just hang out. And a lot of people would go there and just bring their fucking computers and hang out. Some people just stayed on the ship, I guess, and you can like hook up a local area network, you know, a LAN. You can hook up a LAN connection and play with all your buddies. But yeah, there's no Wi-Fi. Megan has a great question. What was the favorite ship I have been on, and least favorite, why? Love your videos and your energy. Keep on doing what you are. Hey, thank you, Megan, for the support in the next comment. Now, I was stationed on 2 different carriers, CVN-72 and CVN-73, the Lincoln and the George Washington. I got to spend some time, a couple weeks, training. I was cross-training in case they needed me on the small boy, because my squadron, we had different detachments. Sometimes, you know, our squadron would send you to the aircraft carrier detachment. Sometimes you would go to the destroyer or the cruiser. So I got to train a couple weeks on deployment. They flew me on the helicopter over, and I stayed on the destroyer on the Momsen that was part of our strike group. That was my favorite ship I've ever been on. Number 1, small boys are way better than carriers, just in my opinion, because of, number 1, there's no lines ever. Like, you can get the galley right away, hit the galley up. The food is a lot better in my opinion. The laundry was a lot easier to navigate. there's only like 300 people compared to 5,000. And then especially if you were aviation, working on the flight deck, small boys have a very small flight deck, but you get to do a lot of cool things. But generally, because it's so small, you would only have 1 or 2 helicopters on a small boy, whereas a carrier, you had 5. So you can imagine the workload difference. If those 2 helicopters on your small boy are flying, or if you don't have any work to do, we would just post up on lawn chairs and on the flight deck get a tan. The reason I didn't like the carrier was, you know, it's huge, it's a lot dirtier, there's lines for everything, the laundry situation sucks, the food is generally not as good, but it is definitely a good, I mean, it's an interesting experience to say that you lived on a floating city. And then also the berthing situation on a carrier compared to a small boy, where you have 200-man berthings. On small boys, you have just like 10, 20, maybe 30, but that's, wow, way better. Vincent, good question. How easy is it to get lost inside the carrier? Now, both of the carriers I was on were Nimitz class. So Nimitz class carriers, they all have about the same layout. They all pretty much have the exact same layout. So once I knew how to get around the carrier on my first ship, when I went on my second ship, I was like, oh shit, everything's pretty much the same. Just like some different berthings. Different squadrons had different berthings. But yes, I highly recommend you to get, you know, lost, hypothetically. Once you're new to a carrier or you're new to a ship, just walk around, man. Like, if you have time, and try to find your way back to your berthing and your way back to your work center from anywhere on the ship. Mostly, you're only gonna operate or navigate on a few different levels, on a few decks. You're only gonna have to go to one spot and then another spot. There's very few jobs, you know, that you're gonna have to know like the whole layout and every single compartment on the ship. For example, if you're part of the flying squad and you have to respond to emergencies in the whole entire carrier, you're gonna have to know how to read tacks and get to A and B. Quick lickety split. Aviation though, myself, we didn't have to know shit. Just a couple decks. Flight deck and then the galley and the berthing and our work center and the hangar bay. That's it. Owen, tattoo question. My favorite, what ports should you never get tattoos at? So generally, before you pull into a port in the Navy or the military, you're gonna get a brief. They're gonna let you know where to go, pretty much, where not to go, where to stay away from, which areas are off limits. And some of those countries you're gonna pull into are third world countries. So I just myself would not recommend, I never got a tattoo in a third world country that we visited. They were all, you know, like, first world countries, man. Dubai, Australia, when I was in the Mediterranean, those were places I got tattoos. Japan, I never got like a tattoo in like fucking any third world places that we visited in ports. Just cause you don't want to risk it, man. You don't know how their needles are, how they handle their guns. Obviously most places are sterile. You'll see like they'll take them out of like a one-time only package where all the needles are sterile and shit. Just make sure if you do get a tattoo in a sketchy place that everything's fucking sterile. You don't want to get any diseases. What are you laughing at over there? You're messing up my video. Who is my anime / video game wife? My waifu. Alright, I'm not that, I don't have a waifu. We ain't about the weeaboos over here. But no, I was obsessed when I was a kid with Avatar: The Last Airbender. Still is my favorite show. I've probably seen it like 20 million times. And I fucking loved Katara. Katara was a boss. She was my waifu when I was a little JT.
You're not the only one who draws power from the moon. My bending is more powerful than yours, Hama. Your technique is useless on me.
My homie Don Madia, Jeremy. What's a good spot to get your first tattoo? A good first spot on your body, pain-wise, it's all gonna be relative to the person, and it's gonna be relative to your mental state, your pain tolerance, and it's gonna be relative to where you get it. Because like this spot, where I just got my tattoo in Hawaii, the inner arm in here, I've got it done on both sides. It's pretty sensitive. But it was easy for me, like it wasn't a bad spot for me. In here, on your chest, like your sternum, that's pretty sensitive. Around the nipples, pretty sensitive. But like I said, it's different kinds of pain. You know, to like my toes, I got my toes tattooed, that hurt pretty bad. But the easy spots, I would say definitely like this part of the arm was really easy. Certain parts of the arm are really easy. For me, like the chest wasn't that bad, like some spots. It just depends on you, man. Just if you have a tattoo and you want a place that you really want to get it, you just do it. The pain and all that is just part of the experience. You know, you got to go through it to get the tattoo, to earn it. Last question, a good one. How do you get warfare pins in the Navy? And I'm sure you guys have heard me say warfare pins a lot. Like you gotta get your air warfare pin and your surface warfare pin, or your dolphins. Or if you're an air rescue guy, you get like a different set of pins completely. They're like gold or some shit. Every single person, man, if you're not a shitbag, your squadron or your command is gonna make you get it. If you're aviation side, you're gonna get an aviation warfare pin. If you live on the ship, you're gonna have to get like your surface warfare pin. It just means that you're like a specialty. It means that you know a lot of fucking information, either about aviation or about surface, about the ship, or if you're a submariner, you gotta get your dolphins, so you know all about the submarine. It makes sure that you're very proficient in a bunch of areas. So for example, my aviation warfare pin that I got, I had to know the helicopter. Back and forth, top to bottom. I had to know like every single component, every single flight control. I had to know all about the rotor blades, about lift, about why helicopters fly. I had to learn about naval history, about aviation history, so much. And you get a packet and you gotta sign off, you gotta get all these sign offs, you gotta talk to all these people, and then at the end of it, you gotta do a walk around with somebody from quality assurance. And you gotta like nail everything on the whole aircraft, and then you gotta sit on a board with mostly chiefs, LPOs, maybe an officer. My CMC was there, Command Master Chief, and you have to pass a verbal board, and then you get qualified with the pins. I'm sure that's the same for surface, for your surface warfare pin. If you live on the ship, you're gonna have to know all about the ship. And ship life, it's very important that you get all your watch standing qualifications. So you're gonna have to know how to stand all these different types of watches, you're gonna have to get all these sign-offs. That's where hookups are very important. If you have somebody that can get you the hookup, they can get you the sign-offs, you just gotta know the information and you gotta study up yourself and you pass those boards. And then you get your little pin, and then your pin, it just helps you rank up against other sailors. You know, like, oh shit, look at Miners over here, he's only E3, but he's got his pin and he's got all these qualifications. Man, we're gonna give him a good eval. So then that helped me rank up really quick because I kept getting good evals. So it's just gonna make you look better to stand up against your peers and just, you know, and it looks cool on your uniform too. But alright fam, that's gonna be wrapping up the video. That's gonna be wrapping up this AskJT. Thank you so much for all the awesome, amazing questions. I'm happy to be back here on the daily video grind. Huge shout out for this piece of artwork. The first What Up Fam piece of artwork, PO Box will be below, social media, everything is below. If you wanna help me, if you wanna help support the channel and help me make videos every day, I do have a Patreon if you wanna check it out as well. Wife, you wanna say anything? Wife, to the fam? Give him a Mrs. Suits, what up?
What up, fam?
There you go, make sure you follow her channel. There's a lot of shit, I know, I'm telling you guys a lot of things right now. It's probably going in one ear and out the other, but it's okay. It's just the mantra. You gotta get the information out there. Appreciate all the support on this AskJTs. Make sure you leave your question, hashtag AskJT for next one if you wanna see it. And we're back on the grind, videos every day. That's a good man. You're getting big. You're the sweetest, biggest, loveliest pit bull mix, whatever you are. But you're a good man and you're a good boy. I know for sure. I know you're a good man and you're a good sweet boy. Come here. Give me kisses. Give me kisses. Good boy. Good boy.
Do you want to see what I have so far?
Fuck my artwork. Papa, you just destroyed my artwork. It's gone. Oh, the kisses. All the pretty kisses. Okay, get off. Okay, get off. What the fuck is he doing? He's straddling. Ah! That's my ear. Get off me. You're being a little... Okay, get off. Move. Go see your mom. Sorry, Alex. Papa knocked down your picture. It's alive! Does it look like me? Kinda. Really, at least just like me, except from when I was white. Now I'm tan as fuck. What do you have so far, babe? Let me see it. Let me see your little fucking edit that you do.